Yes, we are. Good to be live with all of you. Thank you all for being here with us, and thank you for your patience as we set up the live stream. We are apologizing in advance if there's any technical difficulties as the stream is starting, but we're just going to make sure that we're live to both Twitch and also to YouTube. And you can find us in both settings if you are able to access the cryptofashionweek.xyz site in the schedule section. At the top of the schedule section, you'll be able to figure out where to find us for all of our events. So that being said, welcome to Crypto Fashion Week. My name is Greg. I'm one of the co-organizers of this event, along with my colleague Dylan, who's right here running the talk, sort of behind the controls of everything that you're seeing and hearing. We appreciate him, and we also, of course, appreciate Artifact, our special guest today, and this amazing studio and work that they're getting ready to introduce you to in terms of their methods and their aesthetics. And they'll say a little bit more about what they're all about, and Dylan's going to lead the discussion with them. I just want to give also a special shout out to Luxo. We're powered by Luxo in terms of our title sponsor. So we're looking forward to continuing the collaboration with them and following their space and all the amazing work that they're doing. So thank you to Luxo. Thanks also goes out to Lady Phoenix, who's another co-organizer of this, and obviously a key core part of the team and everything else that's happening in this space. So without further ado, I would like to pass along to Dylan, and I'll come back closer maybe to the end of the workshop and speak a little bit about what's coming up next for Crypto Fashion Week. So again, thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, welcome to Crypto Fashion Week, day 2. Today.
Oh, he's gone. He just came to do the intro and then he left. Like, yeah, maestro.
Yeah. As Greg said, today we're joined by Artifact. Today we're joined by
I'll be back.
Okay, see you, man.
We're joined by Benoit, Chris, and Steven. Yeah, welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks
for inviting us. It's cool.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. Look forward to what you guys are going to share.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want, because we don't have anything specific to share for several reasons. First, we are quite secretive and mysterious. I don't know if you guys read our about page, and maybe this is also one of the last time we're gonna show our faces, because we're considering maybe not showing our face anymore. So that's one of the last times you guys see us. But yeah, he's gone as well. Like, so he left us like that. It's really
I can pop in and out.
I think okay, cool. No, so because I think it's better if we talk, then we can share some specific stuff, share our screens with like some specific subjects we can talk about together. But we don't have any specific thing to show you and walk people through. If you want, I can tell you a bit what's our approach to digital fashion and how we entered the space and what we're preparing regarding that. We especially since last week, or I don't remember when we did it. We did our first jacket because we're quite well known for our over-the-top gaming sneakers designs, and in a long time that we've been thinking of starting to do some garments and start to put a bit of our look and feel in that space. It's honestly one of the most exciting space we've ever been in, and our approach towards virtual fashion and digital fashion is first it starts with the design. We're doing designs that you'd actually want to wear in a game, because we think that's the thing we've seen with a lot of what's being done, is that it's really great, but if you put that in a game, it would not actually fit most of the game universe. So we really have a very heavy game aesthetic inspired, and we're all big fans of gaming. So me, I worked in gaming for a long time and in luxury. Chris is a legendary gaming skin designer. Steven comes from the streetwear industry, and we're really merging all of that together to make a design that's really unique and over the top. We're also a big fan of anime, so I don't know if you saw our jacket with we did some metallic ears on the hood, which is like a reference to Appleseed, if you know this anime. And so that's really the worlds we're really trying to bring together, and fashion is always feeding itself of culture and different trends, and it always comes from the bottom, and us, like, where we feed ourselves is really that it's anime, gaming, otakus, Gundam robots, and of course, we're all big fans of what Nigo did with Babe back in the days and all of this type of stuff. So that's what we're doing on the digital fashion side. And for the meta jacket, we did a NFT one of edition on Super Rare. So we consider that a bit like the blueprint in a sense. So that's the main mold that from where all the other jackets we're making with the same designer are being built from. So it's currently on auction. Super Rare. We just announced we end it in 2 days. But we also worked with some dope artists that we really, really like. So one of them is Toby Evans, who's a guy that used to do lots of stuff for Palace skateboarding. So he comes, from the proper streetwear. He's a proper UK streetwear guy. Like he was there since the beginning, with Palace and stuff. He's got a new studio. Oh, and let me show you because he just sent me this morning some cool stuff. I just received the stickers. He did a new studio called Zoomy, and yeah, he sent me some dope. Yeah.
Zone.
I said Zoom. Yeah, he sent me shitloads of super cool stickers this morning. This is obviously
Versace too, right, Benoit? He did that Versace
what?
display. He did the Versace.
He did. So he worked for Versace. He did cool patterns for Versace. He did stuff for Burberry, for Palace, for Ashley Winston, for Aries. The very cool streetwear brand Aries. And I've been working with him for 3 years now, because when I was at Fnatic, the esports team, I took him to do our jersey designs, because I wanted to bring some cool, proper streetwear guy to make impactful designs and bold graphics. So Toby did a design. Then we did another one with a very cool artist called Zaid, who's also really good on NFTs. He sold a piece for 12 ETH last week, his first piece on Super Rare, and he's got an amazing color palette, and he draws super cool characters. That it's a mix between Murakami and Koz and his own style in a sense. So we believe this guy is going to be really big, and we really love his work. So that's why we brought him on. Another artist we brought in is a cool kid called V. So he's 20 years old now, because I was saying he's 19, and he told me yesterday that I need to stop saying that because he's young inside, but he's 20, so he thinks he's old now. And this guy is a super cool, new type of creator we like to work with. Personally, I know him since 3 years as well. I've been doing projects with him, and I've been managing him as a mentor. He's doing really cool illustration. He's into anime. He understands social media super well. He did recently a super cool Louis Vuitton custom bag with Evangelion. You check his Instagram, it's Vision of V, his Twitter. And so we brought him on, and he did a super cool design with one of his typical characters in the back. And then the fourth people we brought in to collab on the skins is actually a crew called RetroCoin. It's 3 guys. I think there are 2 of them are 17, the other one is 18. So it's Baran, Caleb, and Blizzy. They are saying we've been following them for a long time. They are super cool kids who come from the Fortnite scene, and they just joined together to make their own little art collective to start to do crypto art, and then we're acting a bit like their big brothers, helping them out in that. And so it was a pleasure to get them to do a skin, and they killed it. Honestly, I sent them the jacket blank template, and in 3 hours later they sent me back something that was dope. So we're super happy. So all of these 4 jackets, collaborative skins, they're on Digital Axe. The auction is ending in 2 days. Go bid on it, because there's apparently we need to wait for the end of the bids, but I was a bit surprised there was not more, because on Super Rare we had a lot of bids for our one. And as well as doing this, we also released the jacket because we have a partnership, and we have a really good relationship with Epic Games on the Unreal Marketplace store. For free. Normally you don't do it for free, but Epic put it for free thanks to our relationship we have with them, so that any indie game developer can use it in their game. And we also put it on Sketchfab for free, so that any designer can take it, skin it, and if it's dope, we do NFT with them and do a rev share. So we really started to do
And just to add in on that, for all the sales of the meta jacket, you get an exclusive skin in Decentraland. So not only you get the NFT, you get a skin that you can wear and flex in Decentraland, which we think is super cool.
Yeah, and so that was our approach. It's our first jacket, and wanted to showcase a bit how you can actually use all the platforms that are available today, and actually do a proper metaverse launch, and really give it to the community, and start to bring this principle of having the OG one, the skins versions, and really build an ecosystem around one design in a sense. So it's been cool so far. We are working on more projects like that, and we are super keen to follow and connect with different people from the space if they want to do innovative stuff with us or like push the game forward.
Amazing. Yeah, the work you guys are doing is really exciting. I'd love to hear a bit more about kind of your thoughts of the metaverse and kind of where things are headed and like where you see things are headed personally.
So we're loving the space right now, and I feel like the greatest thing about the whole digital fashion and also digital like NFT space is the amount of people coming into it now. The market is definitely booming, but the great thing is the sort of open source approach that everyone has. Like we love that everyone just wants to link up and build or like create this together. It's a time that, so we missed the boom like of the internet ages, but now we have the time to like innovate and create experiences with people online, which COVID sort of accelerated. So we love the space, and we love how everyone's just willing to help and just create amazing experiences together. So I think people are going to create the metaverse, and it's up to us and everyone to like join forces and just work on cool projects to push our ideas or concepts or dreams forward.
No, and I think, as he said, mostly what's very cool in the space is that there's such a creative energy that like the vision of the metaverse is actually being built up every day. You see progress, and that's what's most exciting is that 2 weeks from now, who know how it's what's the next version is going to be of it, because every day everyone who is involved in that is pushing forward, coming with ideas, collaborating with people. Yeah, it's honestly been, I mean, I worked in lots of industries like gaming, esports, luxury, but that's the most exciting stuff I've ever been in. It's like super, super, super cool.
Yeah, and then coming from the skin scene, which is like, I would consider the OGs of NFTs, because it's, digital assets being traded on the Steam marketplace with kids who collect skins, right? It was exciting to watch the growth of that and how these kids learned to trade stocks basically because they're trading skin assets on the Steam platform. And I've seen the growth of it. I've seen the drama. There was heavy drama, a lot of crazy stuff. It was fun to witness. And keep in mind, that was just gaming. Now, what I'm excited about is to see this, which is going to be on a grander scale. So it's basically the whole world, everybody, your mom and pop collecting digital skins. I come from skins, so I call the NFT skins. So that's like my thing. So collecting skins and trading them, and yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to go on from here.
Yeah, it's a super exciting time, and it's definitely booming. And I'm really excited personally just about what you're talking about, the collaboration and creative expression. It seems like it's unparalleled at the moment. It's just like pretty mind-blowing, and it's pretty exciting to see, like, as these collaborations are happening, the space is being evolved so rapidly. But yeah, would you guys be able to talk more specifically? Do you guys have any like visions of how you'd like to see it going personally, or any thoughts on that?
Not really, like, because I think it's gonna be a mix of the vision of everyone in a sense, right? Like, and as I said, it's being built every day. And what's gonna be cool is that you can't predict how it's gonna look in the end, right? Because there's so much different taste, personalities, and movements going on at the same time that you can't predict it. And then that's what is the most exciting, actually, because you can't predict. In most of the industries we've worked with, or even in fashion, you can always kind of know, what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, and how the industry is gonna evolve and stuff. And this is such in like a permanent movement that you don't know. And I think that's why it's very hard to pinpoint how it's going to be in the end, because it's going to be such a mass of permanent creation that it will never be fixed. You see what I mean? So that's my philosophical French.
Oh yeah, sorry, Z, you go, and then I'll go right after.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna eventually form into like thousands or even millions of different ecosystems of different collaborators and creators and collectors forming cliques together. But But I think the most amazing thing is that anyone can make it in this game, and creativity is the only asset that is basically being sold and values being created from it. So I love that, like, creators who usually wouldn't get the opportunity to create and monetize their work have an audience that's supportive. I eventually see it playing out as there'll be thousands, even millions of different cliques and circles of different designers, different types of designers from different backgrounds, and just digital communities.
And what I'm expecting to see is 10 years from now, say Apple Glass is out, everybody's using this product. I step out of my house and I put the glasses on, everything's gonna have AR with links to OpenSea, like everything, like my neighbor's house. You're gonna see floating sculptures, and it's like this whole world of stuff, like cool art. My neighbor's car's tokenized with like an AR element on it. Everything's gonna be skinned, like whoosh, like throughout the whole world. I actually think that's coming. Like that's gonna be a thing. Yeah. So the whole world's gonna be art now.
Yeah, and as he said, I just want to bounce back on what he said, because he said something smart, and that's very rare. So I want to jump on it. And but it's, as he said, I think one of the things, if we just refocus back on the fashion element, in the fashion industry, it's a lot about the creative director, you know, the artistic director, you know, who gets like all the attention and, you know, all of the love and all of the credit most of the times. A lot of them now start to put their team who's behind, you know, a bit more forward. But I think that's what's going to be amazing, is that you're going to see all these little hands and these little creative people who are normally behind. With that movement, they can actually all emerge and do their own thing that's actually bigger than any brand that's out there today. And that's also why we started Artifacts, that coming from the fashion industry, we know that they are not, most of them are not really connected to this upcoming new generation of culture that we're into, and it's going to take them a very long time to adapt to it. And that's why we think it's amazing, because it's opportunity for new brands, new creators, and new people to actually be successful and put their message out there, rather than always seeing the same people and the same schedule of fashion show and the same type of stuff, you know. So that's cool. I think it's really gonna open opportunities to a lot of people who are like amazingly creative, but never had the spotlight.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a huge thing. It's a very good point, and I think that it's really exciting, and it's happening through like every level. I see that as like kind of blockchain. It started out, right? They had all the tokens and the altcoins, and everyone kind of has their own different layer of community or creative expression. So we're moving into this era of abundance, and that's abundance of creative expression, of the ability to not only create something, but to express yourself however you want to. And now everyone has the opportunity to become a creator, especially as a lot of these tools become easier to use, and a lot of things are made more accessible across the board. I think it's really profound.
And I think one thing as well, what's going to be very important because of that wave of creation is going to be curation. That's why, you know, I think it's going to come back a lot. And that's why as Artifact, you know, we're really having an open creative approach. We're mentoring kids. We're bringing people on collabs, because we know that at some point, it's not just about us. It's about what's the community we're building, how we're empowering them, and how we help people as well discover talent that might be, you know, undiscovered in the general mass of creativity that's coming up.
We see ourselves as like facilitators of creativity, and we're just about pushing the movement forward, spotting dope creatives and giving them the tools or support they need to achieve their dreams. So that's very core to what we do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you guys are doing a great job with it so far. So really excited.
No, we try.
I mean, you guys are definitely leaders in the space for sure, hands down. So
I mean, well, yeah, honestly, us, it's all about having fun. And what's really cool is that it's just everything we do, we not only love it, but we know it very well as well. So we know gaming super well. We know fashion really well. We love anime. We love virtual items, because we've been growing with that, you know, all our lives. So, you know, NFTs and blockchain is just that, but on blockchain, but it's the same type of stuff we've been playing with and used to. So that's why it's the most exciting, is that every day, so it's a grind. but every day it's exciting and new, right? Especially this past month, honestly, we never had as many inbounds of like people contacting us, and some people that we all considered, some of them are idols, brands or like directors or stuff like that, are starting to reach out to us because they connected with what we do and see that we're like having a good vision of what the future is going to be, and actually creating it now. Because it's one thing to have a vision and talk about it, it's another thing to do it with everything you can on the present day. And us, that's what we're focused the most on, is like, what can we do today that is actually the coolest thing you can do with the tools and ecosystems you have in the world right now.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys are also
I
being
see lots of questions. Should we answer questions? I see lots of text on the. Oh, it's on YouTube, so we can't reply. Okay, and I can't scroll. Okay, we have.
So I see questions.
Okay.
I see the Bobby Schmurder thing. Yeah, I'm glad Bobby.
Yeah,
Schmurder.
I saw Bobby Schmurder. Hey, he's out of jail, man. Yeah, let's go.
Wait, so can we answer these questions live, or is that something we save for the end of the?
We can answer them. If you see something that you want to talk about, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I saw one saying that they have a friend who's an artist and he's not on the blockchain. What would be the first step to like get their art out there? To that question, I would really recommend trying out like Rarible or a marketplace that has an existing base of collectors. With OpenSea, there's a lot going on, so it might be quite hard to establish as an artist. So I would really recommend either Rarible. I think that's a good first step into the crypto art world and sort of understand what's on the platform and also try minting something yourself. So that would be my suggestion.
That's a good start. And as well, like, not to lose patience, because right now the space is overwhelmed, but great art still can get spotted. And then if he thinks that his art is great, and send us a DM on Twitter, and we can help you out as well, for you to get spotted out and maybe get on super rare stuff like that. We've been helping a lot of artists doing this actually. So just send us your work if it's dope. We'll help you out.
Wait, I'll answer one. Wait, who inspires your art? Clegg Effects or William Pepper? Man, a lot of video games, pop culture, movies. That's where I get my inspiration from. Like pretty much anything. Like anything. And then meme accounts like Rip Fatherling gives me inspiration. So I look like a lot of meme accounts just to see what's up with what these kids are looking at nowadays. But I can go on and on about.
So someone's asking our social media handles. I guess you can find them on social media. What is the Twitter? You can reach out. Yeah, Twitter is Artifact Studios, RTFKT Studios. DMs are open, I think, or like we see the request.
Yeah.
Yeah, does anyone out there have any more questions that they'd like answered? Feel free to type in the chat.
Because I can't reply to the chat. I wanted to just reply directly when they ask stuff, but I can't, right?
Thing. So while we're talking to you, we can just respond to questions. Yeah, that'd be a sick.
That's cool question. So someone's asking a question about like how unsustainable crypto art is. And I think it's a very good question because a lot of the digital fashion discussions are around sustainability. And I mean, it's true because if most of the purchases are being made digitally, you don't need to produce all of that and have stock. Fashion brands have been having these issues of having stock, and some of them, they got caught out burning them because they don't want to diminish the brand value by doing sales. But it's true. So we are looking deep into that space actually, because us for now all we've released so far are single editions. So we don't actually overload the blockchain too much. But it's something we started to look into because it's true that it's not very energy efficient. The moment everyone starts to use this technology and be on it every day and the gas fees, etc. But that's an area we are looking into. And so if anyone is a specialist of that, please reach out because it's subject who are interested to dig in.
How long did it take to make the meta jacket? I'd say, Benoit, you think it was about 3 weeks, right? So
so what, the jacket or the whole thing?
Just the jacket by itself. About 3 weeks.
No, it was, man, we did the modeling on Marvelous in like a couple of days. Then we did 3-4 days for the actual modeling, and then we did all the skinning, the texturing, the crazy
Texturing-
video.
texturing
Yeah,
is
but
like-
about in total, I'd say like 2 weeks max with all the
yeah.
And then
Yeah,
there's a
time-
question, what kind of help is Artifact looking to onboard, and how can we get involved with Artifact? So we're onboarding all artists from different types of art, just anyone who has a distinct style. The way you can get involved with us is join our Discord server. If you drop us a DM on Twitter, we'll invite you to our private creators Discord, where we do challenges and support artists and create cool things. Also,
and as well, if the question was like, what help we are looking for, because I think it was like that the questions. You are looking for community manager and talent manager, because we're starting to have more artists we want to manage and empower. So we're looking for people who are good at spotting talent and making them grow. So that's like the two positions were open ASAP, like right now, if they're interested. And we're gonna grow the team as well soon, because so far, like we kept it very small and very agile, and we're gonna grow it a bit, but be even more agile. So that's like a balance between the two. Oh, that's a good question. Chris Twinning, how do you want to, if at all, approach working with very established brands? Okay, so first, the democratization of the space is going to happen, right? So we can accelerate it by bringing big brands. Actually, a lot of very big brands started to approach us. And our attitude towards that is we judge it on several levels. First, is it a brand we like and we think we fit culturally with? So that is immediately opening ways, because, if it's a brand that we connect with and we love, or of course, we're going to work with it and make something cool that is fitting their current marketing purpose or long-term vision purpose. The issue is that a lot of them right now are like mostly driven by short-term marketing. But if we can help them get in the space and start to get a good understanding and be successful, it's great for us, because we're not going to stop them from coming in the space anyways. So might as well that they come with us and do something that is getting them very good result and very good overall experience. And it's just me, I'm happy I'm not in a big brand right now, because I know that when you're in a big company, it takes ages to get stuff done. And that's why we're so lucky that we can have an idea, late at night, and the next day we start working on it. So yeah, if that answers your question, Chris, that's my answer.
Good answer, Benoit. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's really cool how you guys are exploring your collaborations. Like you just recently announced a collaboration with Lexus, right?
Yeah. And Complex.
Yeah, so I think it's really cool though how you're kind of taking these brands that may not exist in a shoe world or in a fashion world and kind of like merging them into the space in a really fascinating way.
So that's our whole approach. Like we've always been about, and that's one of the core philosophies we have. We're about merging worlds, because it's internet, right? So everything is open. You can find anything, and any kid who's 12 years old can take a SpongeBob and can take an Hermes bag and put them together. You see what I mean? So us, that's what we're about. Like we're merging gaming and fashion, technology and art, and virtual and real. And then in between we just do we do all of that. But we believe it's that, because that's how, it's the same for the three of us. We all come from different backgrounds, but we merge together all the stuff we love, which makes Artifact, unique factor. And then that's what we love. We see what the kids are doing today, like it's all about these cultures intervening together to create something that's totally unique. So that's our motto, like to merge worlds.
We have a drop coming up on the 27th on Nifty with Ferocious, who's an amazing artist and a crazy creative force. And we're super excited about that drop, because we're sort of executing some ideas and concepts we've been thinking about for a while. So we really want to change the game with that drop. So
no, but this one, it's not to hype it up, but we worked super hard on it. It's been 3 months and a half. Like we got in touch with Ferocious immediately. We clicked on. We've been preparing this, and normally if we don't fuck up, it should change the game. Yeah. So we can always fuck up, because it's, you never know. But we work super hard, and that's one of the things. Is Ferocious is one of these new type of artists that's like amazingly creative, amazingly positive and enthusiastic, And even yesterday, when he posted, or the day before, like 2 days ago, his video on like the Nifty drop and how he always wanted to have shoes, we didn't even know he was doing this. We're on Discord with him all the time. Like these days, we were just like finishing all the final assets and stuff. And when he posted that, I was like, man, it's so dope because it's so genuine,
organic.
Yeah, and it's real, right? And I think that's the thing, is that this new generation of artists is gonna smash it and forget a lot of old school artists, because they understand the space, they are genuine, there are no bullshitting, they work like crazy, and they are over creative and ultra collaborative. And me, my theory was always that, because this new generation of kids, they all grew up playing Minecraft. And in Minecraft, you build with other people and you do stuff and you do it in 3D worlds, and you make amazing projects bigger than yourself because you make it with 20 friends on Minecraft. And all these guys now, they are 18, 20, 18, 20 years old, and they are starting to attack the art space, and they don't give a fuck if there's anyone who's gatekeeping a specific industry. If they are inspired by it, they're gonna do stuff about it, and if it's dope, their audience is gonna say it's dope, and they're gonna grow. So that's the beauty of the space we're in, is that any talent can come from anywhere.
Random, I see an Among Drip fan in the, the chat.
Yeah, Among Drip. Yeah. So watch Saturday. Watch out for some Drip.
Yeah.
You'll see. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's really interesting point that you touched on. I think it's something that's really important for the NFT space that I'm seeing, is this idea of being truly genuine, being truly kind of who you are. I feel like this space can kind of smell people that are trying for money grabs. It's like about creating that community, like actually coming in, doing the work, sitting down, admitting where you're at, and coming with everything you have. And I think that's a really cool part about that.
And that's why, to go back on the question Chris, the guy called Chris said earlier, that's why brands, they can't enter that much, because they already make shitloads of money. If they start to make shitloads of money with NFTs, people are gonna be like, why are you here? So that's why most of them, for now, they come with charity plays, because they're like, we're not here for the money, we're just here to see what I mean. So that's why they need to be careful. And if I were them, and I mean, that's the approach we have with them, like, if you're a brand, come in and empower some of the key players of the space, like us or Ferocious or other artists, with your brand power to make them even bigger. Don't do that just for yourself. That's the important.
I had talks about this kind of stuff with Z and Benoit, where I feel like big corporations and brands, if they come to the space, they have to come in with an open source approach. It's like how Benoit always, that's like his vision too, right? We want guys like Disney to come in and drop free assets for the community. Like, oh, here's Mickey Mouse, here's Snow White, do your stuff. Like, oh, and if it looks dope, let's work on something. Let's drop it as an NFT. Because the thing is, like, once the space gets bigger, and the whole crypto world is all about anti this,
decentralization.
This new world is going to belong to us as the people. So corporations have to basically give up. Like, there's no way they can control the future with cryptocurrency. There's just no way. So they have to basically go with our flow now.
And how that.
They knew game studios always release their assets. Like, why do you think all those game studios don't sue YouTubers for using in-game footage or talking about their IPs? Like, back in the day, Disney would sue you up the ass for that. But the game studios were smart. They knew that that's the only way, is you have to let the fans and the people control the narrative and all that kind of stuff. So Disney, if you guys are listening, bro, you guys have to really
open the doors.
Listen, Walt Disney.
But no, it links to the point that right now it's all about culture, and big corporations coming into the space is very transparent, and you can see if they're doing a money grab. And the culture and the communities, how they respond to art, is a main driving factor in like the community that takes the value of all of these NFT art or digital fashion. So it's a very interesting space, and it's hard for these traditional big corporations to just jump in. But that's what makes it amazing. It's all about the people and communities that the people and artists create.
Oh, I see a good question.
I see a question from G. Anderson about diversity and inclusion.
I've been through this. What are you doing to incorporate diversity and inclusion for your artists? Man, like, so my background, if you guys don't know, like, I owe my whole life to hip hop. So I started in the music industry designing album covers for a bunch of the greatest artists. I work with Nas, Jhené Aiko, everything. So, and then we even had issues like being Asian American. I was always advocating for Asian Americans in media, because media kind of like they always put Black Americans in a specific stereotype, Asian Americans. So, but that's why I'm here. Like I'm happy. Like I'm in the NFT space because I'm actually gonna do the same thing I did in that culture. Like I was even representing Asians. Like, hey, like we have to come make the band together. We teamed up together, work with more like Asian American artists. Same with like with other ethnicities, right? It's all about like supporting each other. We want to sign on more artists from different ethnicities, a lot of talent who can bring their taste and style and their culture into this game. That's why we're talent scouters now. Like we're literally going out finding talent. Like if you go into our creative community, we actually have a diverse group of kids.
Yeah. We work with artists from all around the world. We have artists in Cuba, like the whole world. We're open to everyone, and that's the whole thing. We just want to connect people to grow as a collective, and a collective vision of just anything is possible, and we can do it.
And our focus is the young generation too, definitely Gen Z and then Gen Alpha going forward. But if you go into our creative community, everybody in there is like, what, 14 to 18, Benoit? They're all young kids. Really, it's like diversity and young kids up to push art in 3D. Because I was like that. I grew up as this young kid. I'm old now, right? I was born in '88. I know I don't look old, but I was born in '88 and I was that 3D kid. Like the thing is, I had no internet too. Like I feel jealous for these kids got internet. They were born into the internet era. I had to go to the library, check out books to even learn 3D, and it was very hard like back then. But now with I'm glad we have artifacts, so I can basically teach with Benoit and Z what I've learned, how we came up, to the new generation, so they can succeed in the future too.
Yeah, they're gonna be bigger than us for sure, and live longer than us because we're tired.
By the time they're like 30, bionics is gonna be huge. They're gonna have Neuralink, enhanced eyes, and robot arms. Like the stuff I dreamed of having.
We'll be the three grandfathers in the little like cyborg wheelchairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Dr. Xavier style, I want a hovering one, like with RGB stuff. Wait, what else? That's right. Yeah, no question. What is POC? What does that mean? Personal color. All right. Okay.
What'd you say?
Sorry about that. By the way, shout out. So I think it's him. NBO is in the chat. So just to tell you a little story about him, L. Levin. So NBO is 18 now, because I got this weird thing of always keeping the age of the people when I meet them forever.
You do that
we do it as well, but it's weird. But so NBO is one of the creators of our community. He was 17 when we met him, so maybe now he's 18. So I don't know NBO. Like, tell me in the chat if you're 18 now. But him, what's super cool is that he stopped school. And we saw immediately he was doing some of the challenges with us. We saw he was super good. And then we immediately proposed him an internship, because we thought, okay, like this guy's got huge potential. And now actually he's working, with Chris and Steven like daily. His skills are progressing at a light speed level, and he's just 18 or 17 right now. But I know 2 years from now he's gonna be one of the best, and because he's got amazing talent and opportunity. And what's fun with him, and sorry NBO if I put you on the spot, but he's always saying, "Oh, thank you guys. Oh, I couldn't." He's always a bit shy. When this guy has got pure talent, and he stopped school, and his mom was worried. And I told him, man, as long as you continue to do 3D, you're gonna have a future. Tell your mom it's good. Do 3D, and as long as you do it, your mom doesn't have to worry. Then you just need to be fucking good at it. But this we're gonna help you do it. And now he's one of the most active guys we have. And NBO, you should be working on some stuff right now. By the way, I don't know what you're doing on the stream. So you got some modeling to do, man. Yeah.
No, NBO he's won a few challenges. He won a PlayStation. I saw Blended Axe also here. Blended Axe, another amazing artist that's part of the community and spearheading it. So yeah, if there's any other artists watching, join our Discord, get involved, meet everyone, and it's a very open community.
So it's open to the sense that it's still we don't accept everyone. You need to send us a DM, send us a bit of your portfolio or just one dope thing, and if we think it's dope, we put you in. But it's not an open it's private Discord.
Yeah, but because we're slowly scaling, so
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I think that's really cool that you guys are focusing on the younger generation, because they're definitely the future, and they're definitely going to come up in this space in such a profound way.
Yeah, because I scoured around the whole NFT space. It's very rare to see young kids. Like Ferocious is one of the young ones. But it's always a bunch of millennials in the crypto space. Like, so we have to change that narrative and introduce kids into this new space.
Yeah, it's important. And I mean, it's a whole new world that we're building. Like, we're right on the cusp of so many changes, culturally, societally, politically, economically. Like, everything is shifting. And as that happens, these kids who are a part of this like shift now, they're going to build the foundation for the future. And I think that's really important.
They are way better than they're going to be way better than us, honestly. Maybe a bit less literate, but they are so much. Yeah, they understand how the world is going so much better. So I'm lucky because I always stayed since my early career. I always thought, okay, I was always hired to be the young smart guy, and now I'm trying to find younger and smarter guys than me. And so that's what I do now. But it's very important that you always stay connected to what the new generation is doing, or you'll be left out. They are not waiting for you, and they are fast as fuck. So that's good. That's what's so exciting to work with these guys.
The internet's allowed people from all across the world to access information that they normally wouldn't and create communities. And this younger generation who's born into like Fortnite, Minecraft, and all these different games, their whole approach is open source. And yeah, it's incredible that even like Artifact, we're all on different continents and we can just tune in on our little calls and speak all day and build a brand. So that's another thing. Like we never had like a pure physical office with us three, and we've always wondered what would that be if like the whole Artifact community.
Our office is in Crypto Voxel right now. We just bought some land there. No, we bought some land. We're building our office. So that's where our office. Like we never have a physical office.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So if you want, I can share my screen and show a bit the special jacket we did for Crypto Fashion Week.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Man, do I need to share all my screen of all my mess, or I don't know? Okay. So we did the meta jacket. So we wanted to do a special. Ah, shit! You see, my computer is dying. The beach balloon.
Show the AR jacket, the AR side, what we're working on before your computer gets all laggy.
What?
Wait,
what do you want, Chris?
No, is your computer dying and it's gonna turn off?
No, it's fine. So it's just on that jacket, because we love the identity design of the Crypto Fashion Week. So we thought, okay, like we need to do something with that, because you guys really nailed, like, I think honestly I love what you've done with the brand identity. So we took the patterns and the logos and we created a special version, one-of-one edition for it. And we made it, so we're gonna give it as a special gift to Lady Phoenix. So we designed a little Phoenix logo. I don't know if you can see here. So the design, we worked on it again with Toby Evans, the guy that that used to work for Palace and stuff, that has Zoom work. And the render, we worked with a cool artist called Catelo that we really like. So it's always how we bring people together, to make we made the base asset and the main vision for it, and then we give it for people to remix and reinterpret. So I got some more
with one design.
Yeah, Catelo, he put some crazy. Yeah, that's the back.
This one, I modeled all the hard surface parts. I have a little brother who's a 3D artist who did the jacket. So it's like a team effort. And that's how I feel like that's why I love Artifact. We're always pushing everything together with a bunch of people.
Yeah, but look, like the pattern is dope, honestly, with your logo and stuff. I really like it with the pixelized. And that's I've got the close-up zoom. My computer is not dying. Yeah, so you see our logo.
It's sick.
That. Yeah, it's sick, huh? So yeah, we'll post it just after, and we'll send it to Lady Phoenix.
sneak peek on some AR play. We're getting pretty close to release this AR filter that goes with the jacket. Let me share my screen. So it's going to be a little laggy because my screen's a little choppy right now. How do I share this screen? Where's it at?
There's little share window, you know.
Okay.
It's next to the camera button. It'll
Got
say
it.
share.
My screen.
Yeah, you can see it.
So it's going to be choppy, but you'll get the idea. But it's working. Do you see
So that's
that?
real time. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
real
wow.
time. And then and then this. So this AR work is done with one of our guys, VR Human. He's been grinding super hard every night trying to figure out how to make this work properly. So we're the first one to have an AR jacket that actually utilizes a hoodie with the head. So if you guys tried or looked into this kind of AR, you know it's nearly impossible to do. You have to do a lot of hacks and tricks. But VR Human figured out how to do something insane where you can show the person's head through the hoodie. So we're really excited.
So it's really some type of like bootstrapping because technology is
Yeah.
very early. But we're gonna release because we wanted just to perfect it a bit and we also use that to announce a partnership with Snapchat. So we're gonna release all the filters for all the jackets with all the designs as a free try on Monday.
Yep. Yeah.
And I saw a question about digital fashion, like when the world goes back to normal. So to that question, the world's never going to go back to normal. Like I think is a sad reality, but we're living in the new normal. And even when it does go back to what we consider normal, the digital space is already booming, and there's collectors who just collect digital assets, and that won't stop. And I think the way people are treating them as assets, it's super cool. Imagine you buy a jacket, you own the NFT, you can create content with it using an AR filter, and then afterwards you can resell it without any tangibility or getting it dirty or doing anything wrong. Like there's so many more possibilities. So I don't think digital fashion will be going anywhere. And this whole time just has accelerated that.
Ferocious is an house.
And to Ferocious, yeah, real legend. No, so and to jump back on what Steven said, it's super strong and he's right. Like it's never going back to normal because it was already like that. It's just that a lot of people were not paying attention to all these subcultures. No one in fashion, and I mean, I've been 4 years in esports, 2015, 2020. You know, I was at the boom of like the growth in a very big position. At the beginning, no one wanted to talk to us. In 2015, like, oh, it's not sports, etc., etc. Now they're all on it. But all of this was already happening. Gaming was already eating the world 5 years ago. It's just they were not paying attention to it. So because COVID arrived and they're oh gaming, oh it's interesting, let's check it out. But it was already, the machine was in motion, and now all it did is that it accelerated these core communities to go even further and get more visibility on what they do. And then the people who never looked at it, they start to look at it a bit, but they're not getting serious about it. So anyone who's waiting for the world to go back to normal is gonna fail because it's never going back to normal. It was never normal to begin with.
Yeah.
I see a really good question I didn't even think about because I know we're always open sourced, right? It says, will other artists jacket and make their own design and sell it as their own art? Like
so we'll have a model around that later. Once we open our website a bit more. But for now, if you take our jacket, the Meta jacket, and you do a design with it, so you're free to use it for any artistic work you do, for thumbnails, for like animation videos, for video games, whatever you want. If you want to sell it as an NFT, first, if you do it, we're not gonna sue you. To be honest, we're not like that. But preferably contact us so we can make it as a collaboration together and make it bigger. So if you do something dope with it, DM us on Twitter or Instagram. We have a lot of messages, but me, I love, and I've always done that. I always look at the message request because you never know who's gonna message you, And there's always some funny messages as well from like fans or like cool kids. So DM us and we'll see it maybe a bit late, but we always see the messages.
Yep.
And another thing, you can download the jacket now on Sketchfab and also the Unreal Marketplace.
Someone said he's a woodworker, someone who's carving wood.
Yeah, that's a woodworker.
Is it possible to connect an NFT to it and have a proof of one? But yeah, of course, you can create an NFT. You can even do a 3D scan of your wood sculpture,
and then put that as an NFT and link it to the exact sculpture. So that, that's definitely possible.
And now it's also easier than ever, because if you get an iPhone 12, you use the LiDAR, you can scan your wood piece in pretty good, quality. And let's get woodworkers in NFTs, man. I'm down for that. Like, honestly, that's
Clubhouse. I can't remember when, like 4 or 5 days ago, there was a guy in there talking about how he's trying to do an AR app where you tokenize your objects, like by scanning it with your phone. So that's something you should look into. Yeah. So
that's brewing.
World assets. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to start to see a lot more kind of applications like that being created, where like instant tokenization upon creation.
Yep.
Well, awesome. Any kind of more thoughts or questions? Let's see.
No, I mean, we talked a lot, so if there's questions, we can answer a couple more. But if you don't mind us, we need to cut it at 6 sharp, because
for sure.
Yeah, we have a call in 1 minute. So
But I think our final note is get ready on the 27th. We're doing insane collab with Ferocious. It's called Where Two Worlds Collide. We've got Ferocious sneakers coming to life and a lot of cool, innovative
surprises.
stuff. And we want to change the game with that drop. So save the date and keep an eye out on our socials. Follow Artifact.
And the meta jacket ending in 2 days, the auction for both of the OG one on Super Rare and the artist skins collabs on Digital Axe. And and anyone who wants to check our Twitter, DM us. I saw lots of message around that, so just message away. We will read it.
Who's controlling the chat? Can we type our?
No, we can't type. That's what I was trying.
What do you need?
So twitter.com.
If you can put our socials on Twitter on the chat, so people can find us. Yeah.
And then like Zaptio's is twitter.com/Zaptio. Benoit's is twitter.com/
Benito Pagotto. BEN. Yeah.
And then mine is Clegg FX. So twitter.com/Clegg CLEGFX. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll drop it. Yeah. Hey, Benoit, type it in there.
Cool. Okay.
There you go. That's what we needed. Okay. And then we need Benoit's, because
I'm the one doing the community management. So yes, I do the stuff.
So if you want to send it to Benoit, Benito Pagato.
No, or the artifact account is easier. DM artifact is easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for having us today. We really
thank you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
and hope to connect with a lot of you soon.
Oh,
thank you.
Back.
Oh, you're back. No, he was always in there.
Yeah.
Just wanted to drop in and say a quick thank you to you all. We really appreciate you collaborating with us and showing off what you're doing. You guys are amazing. You got huge followings, and we're one of the biggest followers. And also, I just wanted to, in addition to thanking you, just to say for the general audience, we're continuing with our Clubhouse program that starts in an hour. We're doing 2 talks on Clubhouse. The first was some surprise artists to be announced. That's in about an hour. And then after that, we will have a talk with Digital Axe and Human Rights Foundation on Clubhouse. And tonight we will have another live streamed sort of exhibition, demo/showcase here on Twitch and YouTube with DNA Blocks. So stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up from Crypto Fashion Week, and including the days to follow. So we hope you all will stay with us. And Dylan, do you want to close us out?
Yeah, I just want to say grateful for you guys joining us. Grateful for everyone watching. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks to you.
Awesome. Well, have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. Peace. See you. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.